and we'll move forward. So anywhere that you see James, I'm going to be following him to push on for what he's doing. And he has very briefly presented what the goals are all about, and I'm happy that you are also interested in many of these. But the two things that I want to highlight is that the Millennium Development Goals, when it was put forward 15 years ago, people were very skeptical. They said, oh, the UN has come again with their, theories, and, they will come and, impose their ideas on countries. And I was still in service at that time. So when we go to discuss it at the community level, you people, this is what you say every time. You just push us to do things. We don't know whether you are serious about it. And I'm very happy to see that when the reports are being presented now, in 15 years, a lot of achievements have been made. For example, as James said, poverty has been reduced, reasonably reduced. And the issue of water and sanitation, for example, which is a big pillar in the local communities, there is no water resource. This has improved, which is also a significant improvement. There are, issues about partnership. People sitting together, talking about the same thing, not just asking the government to do things, but what people can do for themselves. And NGOs and organizations like UPF are working with government at all levels. It's one of the goals. Partnership. They know that the UN alone cannot do it. Government alone cannot do it unless we come together. So there are, tremendous achievement in the 15 years. So this is what has encouraged the birth of sustainable development goals that he has talked about. And I believe that within the next 15 years, if the same spirit is followed, we will see improvement. But when you hear about 17 goals, you say, it's a long list of goals. But the UN has done something this time, which I must, try to highlight so that we know that they are trying to consult. They are not sitting at the basement of a New York office to develop it, but they are going from community to community to find out what the needs are. And there is a particular goal now about people. He said nobody should be left behind. We are now this afternoon in South London discussing it. There are people in the villages discussing the same thing. I think if all of these come together, that is when we are going to get results, and positive results. And my challenge to this, the South London Peace Embassy here, is that the issue of women has been so much highlighted in the new goals. And I understand that the Federation, Women Federation, yes, is very active here. Yes. This is one of the things we can take and work on this aspect of empowerment of women. That each of the locations will see what they are strong at doing, and they pick it up and do it well, and pass information on to others, and gain experience, and share experience with other people. I think things like that is what James and the group will be looking for. What is it that you would like to concentrate on in this community? Do it very well and share the experience further afield to other countries. So you never know where this thing is going to go. But I saw the role of women as very key to this sustainable development goal. In fact, the Secretary General has said that this is the millennium for women, that this so-called empowerment that we've been mentioning would have to be translated to action in this century that we are in. They have highlighted it that it is for women. I think if the Women Federation and the group here can really focus on that aspect, I'm not saying we will overlook the others, but if we can concentrate on this, it will be a very important thing that can go around the world and we can share experience. So for the rest of the activities, we have this Sustainable Development Goal is still being developed now. It has not been finalized. It will be launched in October, and we can still have input into it. Even from this level, it can reach New York and other places. We need to follow the development of this new set of goals. We need to organize sessions. We will come back again, if you allow us to come back, to update you on what is going on about it globally, in the UK and abroad. But the other thing which is different between the MDGs and SDGs is that the MDGs was targeting the developing countries. But experience has shown that it is not only in the developing countries that we have these problems. Even here in Britain, issues of poverty exist. There are pockets of areas where people are not accessing opportunities, and they are as worse off as people in the villages elsewhere. So they want also, even the UK government, to develop programs for citizens here. So we have a role to play here. We also have roles to play abroad.